Revenge of the Sith by Matt Stover is the amazing novelization of George Lucas's final installment of the prequel trilogy, and unless you've read it, you might not be aware that in so many ways it's drastically different from the movie. To some, it's considered the ultimate version of the story Episode 3 tries to tell, with better dialogue, elaboration and expansion on various characters' psyches, their relationships, and a broader, more dark perspective of Order 66, but also the galaxy at large during the fall of the Republic. But on the subject of dialogue changes, it's been noted the book is closer to George Lucas's original vision for the extended cut of the movie, and the ability to go into nuance makes for a more well-rounded version of events. But one specific difference might blow your mind. When Mace Windu and the Jedi Masters go to arrest Palpatine, the conversation in the novel is unrecognizable to those who are only familiar with the film. What has become a meme template for numerous prequel jokes was originally pretty different, and I want to demonstrate why it matters so much. Palpatine spends way more time trying to justify why Master Windu is wrong in wanting to arrest him, citing that the simple act of having a different religious perspective than the Jedi, in his case Sith, isn't a crime against the Republic. Philosophical differences, as he calls them, ought not to matter. Here's how the conversation goes down. Master Windu storms in. Palpatine turns around in his chair. "Why, Master Windu? What a pleasant surprise." Mace replies, "Hardly a surprise, Chancellor, and it will be pleasant for neither of us." Palpatine, confused, looks at Master Windu and says, "Master Fisto, hello. Master Kolar, greetings. I trust you're both well. And Master Tin, I notice your horn has regrown. I'm very glad. So, what brings you 4 Jedi Masters to my office at this hour of the night? We know who you are, Chancellor, what you are. We're here to take you into custody." At this stage, Palpatine gets agitated. "I beg your pardon, Master Jedi. What I am? When I last checked, I was Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. You are sworn to serve." "I hope I misunderstand what you mean by custody, Master Windu. I mean, it smacks of treason." So this bit replaces the whole "it's treason then" scene. "You're under arrest." "Really, Master Windu? You cannot be serious. On what charge?" "You are a Sith Lord." "Am I now? Now let's say it's true. That's hardly a crime. My philosophical outlook is a personal matter. In fact, the last time I read the Constitution of the Republic, we have very strict laws against this type of persecution. So I ask you again, what is my alleged crime? How do you expect to justify your mutiny before the Senate?" And then Mace says, "We're not here to argue with you." "Oh no, Jedi Master. You're here to imprison me without trial, without even the pretense of legality. So, this is the plan. At last, the Jedi are taking over the Republic." So as you can see, my dear friends, this bit of the dialogue was then changed to be much later in the scene, after Mace Windu, quote unquote, bests Palpatine, and that's been a big fan debate for years. And Palpatine is about to use his Force Lightning against Mace Windu. That's when the conversation goes down, and it's Anakin who says he must stand trial. So it's interesting to see this version of events. So back to the scene, Mace Windu angrily states, "Come with us right now." Resisting, Palpatine says, "I will do no such thing. If you intend to kill me, you can do so right here." The Jedi Masters ignite their lightsabers. "Resist?" Palpatine laughs. "How do you expect me to resist? This is murder. You Jedi traitors. How can I be a threat to you? Master Tin, you're a telepath. What am I thinking right now?" Now, one of the most fascinating aspects of this version of the scene is Palpatine doesn't immediately charge at the Jedi Masters, doesn't immediately ignite his lightsaber and initiate a duel, but instead, for a minute, he pretends he's helpless and calls for help. "Security, anyone, help me. This is murder. It's treason." Mace Windu, with his amethyst blade ignited, reiterates, "Don't try to resist, Chancellor Palpatine." The song of his lightsaber blade was echoed by the green fire of the hands of Kit Fisto. And this next bit is absolutely wild. While Palpatine is trying to pretend he's composing himself, "This is murder, you Jedi traitors. How can I be a threat?" He then hurtles his lightsaber towards Saesee Tin, decapitating the Jedi Master. Saesee Tin's head bounces on the floor. Kit Fisto then cries out and gasps, "Sacy, no!" The headless corpse still standing, twisted as its knees buckled. It's a disturbing sequence that goes into graphic details, but then the fight really begins. Palpatine punches a hole through Agent Kolar's forehead, killing that Jedi Master as well. And then he repeats, "Help, help, murder, treason," before revealing his truth, with an unsettling grin. "If only you knew, Jedi Masters, how long I've been waiting for this moment." Kit Fisto was the next victim, until it was just Mace Windu versus Palpatine, just like in the movie. Sinking into Vapad, Mace Windu fought for his life. But when Mace Windu has Palpatine cornered against the window, instead of the iconic, "The oppression of the Sith will never return. You have lost," he says, "The Sith will never again regain control of the Republic. It's over. You lost for the same reason the Sith always lose, defeated by your own fear." So when Anakin enters, instead of him having to make a choice between Mace or Palpatine, the Chancellor kind of makes him, shouting, "Destroy this traitor," as Sith lightning blasted out his fingertips. Mace Windu has doubts about the Chosen One prophecy, but in this moment, in the novel, he uses it against Anakin as a plea to not go down a dark path. "Anakin, you're the Chosen One." And the remainder of this scene is very similar to the movie, but the added context, the added dialogue, makes this a fascinating moral dilemma. Did Palpatine have a point about being arrested on the basis of his philosophical beliefs? The law of the Republic did not prohibit any religious expression, be it Jedi, Sith, or other. However, any acts committed due to religious expression are still under jurisdiction of Republic law. We know he intended to conspire to commit tens of thousands of murders during Order 66. And also keep in mind by this point, Palpatine orchestrated the entire Clone War. He was behind everything, although to the general public, little was known. As one or two have pointed out, Palpatine was making his argument in bad faith. Although, my dear friends, as mentioned in the Bane trilogy, in the Old Republic, it was illegal to be a Sith, before the Ruusan Reformation. It was a very different government back then. I would have loved for a George Lucas extended cut. But what do you guys think? Share your thoughts on everything we spoke about in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know. Do you want more Star Wars factoids like this one? More narrations? If you enjoyed this one, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Check me out on socials. And may the Force be with you, always.